Interesting First Amendment question from a reader in Staunton who was approached over the weekend by police after writing in chalk on a green sign near City Hall, "Good cops leak to the press." He was told by an officer who approached him, "Stop writing stuff on city property." And the reader said he also had fashioned a abandoned piece of cardboard into a protest sign bearing another message similar. The best cops blow the whistle. Good messages, by the way, against the backdrop of the last few weeks in Stanton, with folks raising issues with Stanton police over their kid gloves handling of the guy who drove recklessly through the middle of a political protest, a second guy who brandished a gun at said political protest, and a third guy who threatened to kill people attending a different political protest 2 weeks later. Guess that threatening people with a 2-ton truck, a gun, and whatever the guy who said he was, quote, locked and loaded had in his gym bag slung over his shoulder, those are moral equivalents to scrawling chalk on a signpost. Which is to say, a guy with a neo-Nazi sticker on the bumper of his truck is just exercising his First Amendment rights when he's rolling coal. Brandishing a gun now, that's First and Second Amendment all rolled into one. Verbal threats, obvious free speech, right? So the reader queried me in an email. The question will be, does writing in regular chalkboard chalk on the signpost or other non-privately owned surfaces in town meet the definition of damage? Or does writing words that are not obscene deface or injure city property generally? The references from the reader are to a relevant city code section that declares it shall be unlawful for any person to willfully damage or deface any city property and sets out a process for the city to recover damages. In the case of the chalk message, the damage, quote unquote, I should use air quotes, would probably be limited to the value of the wet wipe used by an officer to erase the message from the sign. I'm no lawyer. It must be impossible by now that a matter like this has remained unsettled before the courts, the reader said to me. I don't know that it's impossible by now that this would not be settled. This is a pretty obscure code. Uh, and it just seems like that's the kind of thing that's just there on the books. But, it would, though, to me, be worth risk getting arrested over. Just throwing it out there. Dare them, basically. You guys didn't do anything to the truck driver, the guy with the gun, the guy threatening to kill people, but you'll take me downtown over chalk? I think we have an idea for our next mass protest.